whether in the flesh, or in the spirit. This is a revelation. And I saw us in a compass. These things which will come to pass. Jefal. Have you heard of what's up north? People living in bondage without joining cults. Like the oil spills of the south, blood fertilizes the soil in a land facing drought. So to the king of the boys, this could just be the setup. Weapons of warfare as toys, and yet the big brother has asked us to shut up. But to whom it may concern, we know and we can discern that the weapons of our warfare are not Isakaba, but we will not shut our eyes to the episcopi side of Taraba. Just so you know, we know what's happening in Plateau. We know you're all planning a part 2. We are not alien to your devices. That's why we know who owns this hotspot of crisis. Have you heard that the earth is of the Lord's? I'm sure that struck an eternal chord. So now I don't come in the strength of the sword. I come to make a public announcement on behalf of our Lord. The shock you bar? Well, it's all naked. We knew the moment he crushed the serpent's head that you would want to count the scores. We have stayed below long enough. Now this is us. We have understood by the book. We searched every cranny and nook and discovered Ezekiel's vision of the north gate where the river of life will flow and recreate. So we understand that this is enough reason to want to terminate a world that doesn't pass away with season, polluting the land with fear and rage, trying to make sure the gospel is tamed in a cage. Newsflash, we don't lose. We know they use mortal arsenal. Winning is automatic. Our drive is not manual. I'm sorry I'm speaking in this tone, but this is a Liverpool because we never walk alone. We know you know of the coming revival where fire would come down and consume you prophets of Baal. We know you have seen it in the stars. You have peered into his scars, palm reading the hollows in his hand. You foresaw the life and the land. Unlike Batmos, you have decided to remain blind just because them say Christians know they shout. You all eventually went nuts and made things go south, spilling the blood of the innocent, two-faced sons of perdition, putting out heaven's fluorescent. Little did you know that you eventually fast-tracked prophecy. Don't worry, you will soon see. You took the lives of men who should have sustained the nation. See how the demons of hell are granting you an ovation. Let me tell you a bit about the north. Job knew that out of the north came a golden splendor. Have you forgotten that the wind that brings the rain is from the north? Right here in the middle of fear we see an effectual door. You knew the truth, you couldn't contest. That is why, like Stephen, you have decided to put to death everything that reminds you of your constant endless test. But at every slaughter, don't you see that you put to bed the revival of the age we are? You thought you killed the church. All you did was to cause a scar, one that reminds us to forge ahead, because we know his soul crushed the serpent's head. So you decided to put up a stage play. These are beyond the trials of brother Jero. Oh no, you thought we are just mortal clay. We know for the Egyptians to sing, God will have to harden the heart of Pharaoh. So for each of the blood you spilled, you just water the earth with the greatest element that carries the Almighty's breath. So lift up your heads, O ye ancient gates of the north. The King of glory is coming to take his spot. I will tell you of what I see, things that have been laid. The squares of Tafawa Balewa will house a crusade. The revival will flow with the sandstorm of the Sahara. Reporters will speak of the discovered Serkin Salama. The streets of Benue will be littered with miracles, and Kogi will bring down the houses of our oracles. Pyramids of glory will rise again in Kano, and the river of life will flow to the west and continue. I speak of things to come. There is about to be an explosion, only this time is not from a bomb. So prepare yourself and your hearts. Enough of the tears and the hearts. The invasion I speak of is the grandest of all Dobar. You won't need your horses, so don't bother. Well, if this does not appeal to your conscience, I'm not sorry. The compass of this revival points not towards Meduguri. Oh, the revival will scorch like the heat of Katsina. Young men will make it the point of duty to catch sinners. Your protocols will be breached, the gospel will be preached. And as for those in persecution, oh rejoice, this is the time for divine intervention. They can't explain the life you have and why it matters. So like a bad maths teacher, they want to close the chapter. As for the rest of us who have failed to pray, don't we understand the powers at play? Why not take the next minute? What happens is only what we permit. As it is in heaven, we speak over the north. Oh ancient one, please break forth. We build in our most holy faith. Oh, the devil took the bait. It's too late, he took the bait. The only pervert he cannot create. Yes, he took the bait. And over the north we cry that your kingdom come and your will be done on earth, because we see a revival about to break forth, and over the north we arise as it is. Meketura sakabaria to ngeberia ta kapahania mikaruze keto jele baria le bonja.